right, ladies and germs, we have one more to share with you tonight, and I'm honored to introduce Benjamin Edwards. And honestly, you know what? We all need someone in our lives to inspire us. I think that's really important, that we have someone as photographers, as whatever you're doing, to inspire us. And honestly, Ben is one of the people in my life that inspires me. And there's so much I could tell you about Ben, but I usually start crying when I talk about him. So I'm going to start with a couple of very important things about Ben. He started his wedding business after I photographed his wedding in 2002, and he got inspired to become a photographer. He was featured just recently in Photo District News magazine as photographers making a difference. He won a Hollywood Film Festival Award in 2009 for a short film he directed to raise awareness for calling the halt to conflict mining in the DRC. He was featured last year in Frame Show, inspirational show for photographers. Some of you might have seen the Frame Show. It's pretty awesome. And most recently, Ben has just written his first book, the third edition of Nikon Creative Lighting System Digital Field Guide for Wiley. He also helped on my lighting notebook. So he's done quite a lot in the time that he's decided to put his mind to it. So welcome, Benjamin Edwards.
I don't know who he's talking about. I was sitting here thinking, don't start yet. I was thinking there are very few things that would allow me to, or that I would want to miss the season premiere of Downton Abbey for, because I'm a sensitive guy, and Doug, that was worth it, and everybody else too. So let's do this. All right, Costa Mesa, California, circa 1990, a young shoe salesman by the name of Kevin Kubota decides to give up his job at Nordstrom and take up multi-level marketing. The marketing fails within a month, but Kevin starts doing portraits for friends and grows a business, and soon Claire inherits Kevin and the business. The two move to Bend, Oregon to raise a family. And it was there that my then fiance Lauren saw Kevin and Claire's work and said no one else could shoot our wedding. Like any good wedding client, we decided to open up our own photography business. And it's been that business that's given me the opportunity to travel the world. My first trip was to Estonia and Latvia, where I shot for an organization, and I found out that this organization was soon going to go to Uganda. I've always had a heart for Africa, so I asked if I could go along, and they said yes. They said for $3, you can help a family in Uganda return to their home after being chased out by the LRA. So the $3 would give them seed and a hoe to start farming. Well, I went home and I talked to Lauren, and we decided we could do better than $3. So we took out a second mortgage on our house, and we built a well in a small village in Uganda so thousands could have access to clean water. We got to be there for the dedication, and they actually picked Lauren to cut the ribbon. The coolest part was they didn't know that we sponsored the well. While there, we met a woman from Rwanda named Mama Naomi. Now, Mama has dedicated her life, she's in her 60s, she's dedicated her life to helping widows and orphans from the 1994 genocide in Rwanda. Now, we've told everybody about Mama Naomi. We told Kevin and Claire, and they had to meet her for themselves. So they took a few of their employees and us, and we packed up, we went and met the kiddos and Mama. And through the generosity of Kevin and Claire and their clients, many of them yourselves, money was raised so that Mama could buy porridge, send some of the kids to school, and build a new roof for their schoolhouse. This is not the new roof, this is an old roof. A year later, I was asked to go to Uganda, and I was asked to document the horrors of FGM, female genital mutilation. And 92 million women in Africa alone have undergone FGM, some of them as young as 10 years old. So the video, the documentary footage that we took, and the stills were given to the Ugandan parliament. Soon after, in 2009, Parliament outlawed FGM. Yes. But it was on that trip I took one of my favorite pictures ever. This picture, there's a cat in there, by the way. This picture inspires me to help people even when it's dirty. And the cool thing is when we do that, we teach our children to do the same. Like this poor little monkey who's scared, he can't even look. Last year, I was able to go to Nicaragua to document for an organization who's helping keep young girls from being prostituted out of La Chureca, a dump. So I put it out on Twitter, and I asked my friends to get involved to help. Tamara Lackey answered that call with her 3 children. And this was actually a picture taken by Tamara as they were picking the 3 girls that they were going to sponsor. So after sponsoring these girls, not 1, not 2, but 3, these girls now have access to clean water, good food, mentorship, and they stay at Villa Esperanza, Village of Hope, with no hope of ever being prostituted, just so their family can have access to better garbage. But the hardest trip I've ever taken was to the DRC, the Democratic Republic of Congo, where since 1997, 4 million people have been killed, 200,000 women have been raped as a result of these tribal warfares and people trying to gain power there. So we were there documenting for an organization, World Relief. I told you a little bit about it earlier. Brave women told us our stories so we could help spread the word about gender-based violence. Now, here is my big question for all of you. Would these stories have been told? Would 3 girls from Nicaragua have had the chance to get out of the dump? Would Mama Naomi have received the help that she needed? And would thousands of people have access to clean water if Kevin Kubota was still selling shoes? Now, make no mistake, this has nothing to do with what you do for a living, but what you live to do. I guarantee you, each one of you here today has a gift. Maybe it's photography, maybe it's something else. But if you don't use that gift, you could be robbing others the opportunity to help or to be helped. My last slide is blank because it hasn't been written yet. And it's all about you. You are next in this inspiration chain. Maybe you have an idea, something you want to do, but you're scared. You haven't done it yet. Don't give in to that fear. And please, please remember, I didn't make this up, and I can't remember who did, but a candle loses nothing by lighting another candle. I love you all. Thank you.